Hello, hello everyone. I am Bets Golden. Thank you so much for joining me today. So, I'm gonna do another experiment with you guys live. I've never done this before, not live, but on video. I've never done this before. I'm not gonna edit this so you can really see it happen. And if it doesn't work, then oh well. Now you know you don't have to try it. But I know that if you use a multi-medium mat, it can actually allow you to get more use out of your paint, elongate the life of it, so to speak. I live in a dry area. I love the Dina Wakley acrylics, and they're wonderful to use in like my art journals because they dry super fast. I mean, nothing is worse than waiting for paint to dry, right? Well, when you're on a gel press plate, you kind of want it to stay wet a little bit longer, and I don't always have that with this. So I thought it would be fun to just try it with the Matte Medium by Ranger. Both of these products are through Ranger. She also has a medium too. It's a gel medium. So I'm not sure if this is I know it's different. It's a different product, but I like to use that more for sealing and gluing. And this, I think you can, I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just talking right now. But from what I understand, this can be used for like with your paint to mix it and elongate it possibly. I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense. Just, we'll see, okay? We'll see. I don't know what to tell you. But I don't even know if that makes any sense. But my thought is if I use this, and then I thought, well, how fun would it be if I just pulled in some of her gloss sprays as well, and just use those on this too. So I'm going to be trying that. I have my bucket of junk, which I like to call to add texture. And then I also pulled out some stencils. And with the stencils, you want to make sure that if you want to lay the whole thing down, that they are larger or at least as big as your gel press plate. Otherwise, you're going to get lines, and you may not want that. I know I don't like that. So this one doesn't have those harsh lines, so it's okay. Like I can pop this down over here or over here, and it's going to be fine. I am going to make a mess. I know this, so just be prepared, and I'm not really going to clean anything up until the end. So you may have to see that so I can keep everything out of the way. Really sorry, actually. Look, I found some more junk. So I thought that would be fun too. So I'm going to put that there just so you don't have to deal with that horrible glare. And we'll put my bag of junk over here. You want me to make it aesthetically pleasing to the eyes, as my daughter says. Here, I'll put the junk off to the side. There we go. Oh, look, now you get to look at my trash. Oh, it's so fun. All right, you guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I certainly hope that you consider doing so. Make sure that if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I really do like to try to get back to you guys with responses, especially if you have a question. If I don't know, I will do my best to try to find an answer for you, or I will steer you in the right direction. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and sharing is caring, so it would really help me out if you did also share it. All right, so I put a little bit of color down there first, and it's a little bit of the gel medium. So I think I am going to take and put some paint on first, and I'm just going to start with some warm colors. So I'm going to do some tangerine, and I'll do some ruby. Let's just see what we can do here. There we go. And that probably is way too much. I'm going to switch over to this sprayer like so. And just get that all in there. And then I think down here, I'll put a little bit of penny. This is a fun metallic color. Ooh, too much. Oh no. The one bad thing about using the tubes is if you get too much on it, you can't put it back in the bottle. So I'm just going to switch the brayer over, hope that stays wet on the other brayer so I can use it soon. And there we go. My mistake. Hey, but we're just going to do this real. So I think I want to take and just put some of this. Actually, let me put this down first. We'll just do that down first, and I'm going to just put some my fingerprint in it too, because that's fun. And then up there, like so. And it is definitely staying nice and wet, so that's nice. And then I'm going to I think I'll put on top of this, let's do some eggplant. Just spray some eggplant on. And I'll do some lemon. Let's see what happens with the lemon. All right, now I'm going to lift this. Okay, and again, I'm doing a 5x7 plate here. All right, so I'm going to take this, and if you want to clean off your brayer, boom. I love to do that on the back. Just clean it off. And again, this is just a piece of copy paper. Okay, and I will lay on the next side over there, and then let's see what we get. All right, so you can kind of see the glossy spray on it. So let me do it again, but this time, let me take and just put this down because it's still wet. So let me put that down, and that gel medium really is, I mean, I can see it. So I'm just gonna take and use what was left on that, like so, okay? And then I want to I'm going to do that yellow again. I just want to see if I can get this to work. And I'll do eggplant. All right. Well, no, let me do some magneto. And I always want to shake it up, okay? Always shake it. There we go. And then I'll lift this off. That's pretty. Love that. And then let me just go and just spray like a couple spots of white. And now let me press it on the other side. And this is still wet. That's still wet. Now, normally when I use an acrylic base, it's not still wet like that. So that's kind of a good sign. Actually, I'm gonna let that dry a little bit more before I press the other side. Because, yeah, let me let that, actually, no, I can do the other side. That's fine. But as you can see, I had just folded it over, and I've never had my acrylic bond like that. So it definitely is a glue, and it keeps it wet. It really does. I can see that. So there's this one. That's really cool. Really like that. And then on this side, I'm just going to try to do a little bit of a ghost lift. Let's see what we can get. And again, it's wet, so I probably shouldn't have done it on that side. I should have done it on a dry piece of paper, but that's okay. Let's see here. Yeah, so we got a ghost lift on that as well. That's pretty awesome. All right, so I'm gonna leave that up there for a minute, and then let's move on to something else. Thinking. I'm gonna put a little bit more of this gel medium down. Now I have warm tones on there, and let's see how dry they are. They're pretty dry, so I think I'm safe to use some cool tones because it's dry. So if it pulls up, it's not going to mix. It's just going to lay. So let me do some lapis. All right. And let me do some blackberry. Ooh, that was a lot on that little corner. And then let me do some sterling, the metallic. A couple different spots here. This is a lot of paint, you guys. I don't think I need this much. Okay, so go ahead and just take this out again. Like how that laid really pretty. Okay. And then for this one, let me take that and let me go ahead and do like a little bit of marine over it. And then let me do some night on it. Okay, I'm gonna just remove that. Ooh, that's very pretty. And let's take this on out. I'm not gonna clean off my brayer because I'm really digging it. And I think I'm gonna get a really good lift on this. I love it. And you guys, if you don't want to invest in open acrylic because it's expensive, matte medium, that's the way to go. I'm telling you, it really does help keep it nice. And this is beautiful. Keep it nice and moist. That's really pretty. Oh, I love it. Okay, so let me do this time. Let me go over it with this side, just like that. And then I'm just going to take my brayer it on out like so. And then I think I want to do a turquoise on top of this. A little bit of turquoise. I think that'll be really pretty. And let's do a little bit of ocean. I think I have to clean my nozzle because, yeah, there we go. All right, so this is super wet. So let's see what we get with this one on this side. This one's pretty wet. Ooh, it slid. So we might have a smudge. Whenever it slides, it's never really a good sign. You don't always want that. Okay, let's see here. Oh my. That's pretty. Look at that. That's still lovely. Oh, wow. I like it. So that's really pretty. And let me check on this one. Is this one dry yet? It's getting there. Not quite. So I am so excited to find out, to learn that if I just add this multi-medium matte, it does keep my matte wet. That is epic. All right, I'm just gonna take and brayer that one off. And then let's just put, this is still wet and there's actually some orange on it. So take that over, brayer that off a little bit in there. We might get a little bit of mud on this one just because it was sitting on the orange. And then I think I'm gonna, that's a little bit too risky. I was gonna try to put some green on it. Let me try to do some, I can do this one. Pick this up. Magneta. And let me do also some fuchsia on this. So I'm just using literally the paint from the other leftover. That's pretty. Okay. And then I'll add in some of this texture. Let's see what we get this time. Ooh. Look how pretty that is. That's fun. Love it. All right, so now I just want to do I can't even talk. So let me do the multi-medium matte, and then let me just use some of the gloss spray on it and see what happens. Now I do still have some of that purple residual on there, I can tell, but hopefully that won't be so bad because I want to put down Let me put down ocean. And let me put down some lime. Already bubbling, love it. And let's do some lemon. Want to go back through with some of this turquoise again. And let's do some more lemon down here. That's pretty wet. And it's all starting to move around, which is super interesting to me. The cells are like creating, that's what I call it. I don't know if that's what it is, but it's very cool. Okay, so this is gonna be pretty wet. See what we get. Voila. Ooh, that's lovely. Look at that. Really pretty. Now, granted, I don't think I used any stencils, so that's perfect. That's really pretty. I was gonna say, granted, the stencils disappeared, but I didn't use any stencils. So that was just with the residual of what was on my brayer and then the glossy accents on top of the gel medium. All right, let's see here. Let me do night. Now I'm not gonna put any more gel medium down and let's just see what happens here. So let me take this one right here and let me do like some night on it. And then let me do up here some eggplant on it up here. Okay, take this off for a second. Then I'm gonna go ahead and do the pool. See what we get. If there's any more color down there on the bottom. Let's see how well it holds its shape, shall we? All right, and if you can hear my family, I'm sorry, they're home. We got a full house. That's how it is. All right, that's kind of fun. All right, okay, so let me see here. I do think that that is some gel medium down. So let me put some more gel medium down. And this time, let me do, let's see here. Just thinking what I want to do. Let's do some black. Let's do some tangerine. Let's do some sterling just to be a little bit different here. Throw in some sterling just right there on that spot. And then I'm going to take this brayer, smaller brayer, just start to braid out. So, and the orange got a little bit lost. It's all right though. Let's take this one that we just did. It still is wet. So let's just put this up here and do this first lift, and then we'll work off of what's left from there, if that makes any sense. So I just want to take and really roll through the back of it like so. This is all just playtime, you guys. Sometimes you just have to do this with your gel press. Just spend some time playing. And then this one's really cool. Look at what we're left with. That's very cool. Look how crisp that image is. So lovely. I really like that. All right, so let's take this off, and I do still have this, like the black is still there. And so I'm gonna take and just put some lemon over it. And then I'll put a little bit of cheddar as well. And I'm already starting to see the stencil image through. All right, so from here, I want to take my piece of copy paper. I think I picked this up at Walmart, not even kidding you. marketplace nonetheless, the copy paper. All right, so let's lift this up. Oh, this one's cool. This actually would be really fun for like Halloween. Look at that. How fun is that? That's a cool lift. That's really cool. All right, so looks like I got one more lift I need to do because I got room for it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this one again, have it down, and I'm going to pull this through like so, just to make sure that if there's any paint there or gloss spray, that it will hold true to this. And since I don't want to mess with that too much, I am not going to put paint on it, but I'm going to put some glossy spray on it, some gloss spray down. And so I'm just going to use some lime, and let's just see what this does. And I'll do just a pop of turquoise on. There we go. All right. Should I do some yellow? Yeah, I'll do a little bit of yellow. All right. This is it. This is the last pull, and then we'll look at them all. Ooh, that's really wet. Look at that, because you can start to see it through. Not a bad thing. What's cool about this glossy spray is once it dries to a gloss, and it also seals and finishes it. So it's pretty freaking awesome. Okay, so let's just take a look what we have here. Look at that. That's so fun. What do you guys think? Do you think this is cool? I mean, has this given you maybe another alternative to elongating the play time that you have on your gel press plate? I'm really impressed with this. I've learned a lot through this play time, and that is this really does elongate your paint, and you don't need as much, as we clearly saw in the beginning. And then also it works beautiful with gloss spray. I would have never thought to put gloss spray on my gel press plate. That would have never crossed my mind, but why not? I mean, I had it. What's the worst thing that could happen? I hate it and I throw it away. I mean, it's on copy paper, for goodness sakes. But I love all of these. I think that they turned out beautiful, and I can totally use them. And as you guys know, I've been doing a lot lately on the gel press plate, and I have a lot of prints now, so I need to do something with them. And I think I'm going to actually put together a little mini album with them, like a little junk album with them, like a junk journal or something. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had as much fun watching this as I did. I hope that it has inspired you to maybe go and pull out your paint and your sprays. And if you have this, use it. I mean, check out the multimedia mat, because this one I love. I think it's so cool, because this is awesome. It was so much fun to play with this, and I'm very impressed. I mean, the crispness of that is incredible to me. And even this one, oh, so cool. Until next time, I'm Betsy Golden. Happy crafting.